This is a tribute to men that hate their jobs from musterxmedia. Episode 2, Calamity. Today was a terrible day at work in my shitty job with that shitty clown motherfucker and his shitty restaurants that are all over the world. I work with a bunch of immature little bastards. It annoys me that my manager is 10 years younger than I am. The store manager, that is. And you've got the shift managers who are nearly my age, but I'm the oldest person there. It's not the fact that they're in charge at a young age, because at the end of the day, in my real job, I'd be on more a day than what they are all week. So fuck them. I'm just here for an easy job to get money, and that's it. I'm just here to do the job and go home. I'm not there to make friends, and I'm sure as shit not there to be made a fucking mug out of. But life sometimes throws you a curveball. I digress. So my day was shit for a few reasons. It was just a genuinely bad day. I dropped my spray gun of bleach and there was no spare head for it. There wasn't a spare head at all. Nothing in the operations cage. Nothing. So I'm hunting around because I needed this. Some dickhead obviously hadn't ordered any, but hey, that's life. And I'm hunting around by the back door and I see one at the far end, and in its way there's cage after cage after cage after cage, all jammed packed, and there's a little pathway to the side past all our toilet stuff, all our toilet cleaning stuff. And hey, the only way through was to climb over all that fucking stuff just to get what I needed, because out of sheer luck there was an empty bottle just laying on the side at the back that I could see. So I think, fuck it, I'm too old for this, but fuck it, I need it. So I climbed over, and all of a sudden my foot went through something, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? The fuck? I lift my foot up and it's covered in fucking paint. Some absolute cock womble of a cunt had left a tin of paint, not even a tin of paint, a cheap fucking drum of paint with a plastic lid under everything in the pathway to the back, and my foot went right through it. I was not happy. Those were my favourite steel boots that I would wear in my job, in my real job. Had the lurgy not ruined it for everyone in entertainment. My favourite boots are now white. My black, steel-toed, fully armoured boots, completely tarred with white paint. I let out a cry of, "Oh, you motherfucking cunt!" They probably heard me in the restaurant, definitely in the kitchen, but no one reared their head because they knew that I was probably losing my rag over something, because they've seen me lose my rag once before when a customer accused me of lying to my face when I wouldn't let her sit down, because at this point, this was just before lockdown 3, and you were allowed to eat, well, you were allowed to sit in and eat before 6 p.m, because apparently after 6 p.m. the lurgy will come and kill you. Anyways, I digress. She called me a liar, and I'm like, "Fuck you, you cunt." And she looked at me and I'm like, "Go and speak to the boss at that window over there, tell her that I called you a cunt." and my colleague dragged me away. How dare that old bag, that old fucking Karen cunt, call me a fucking liar to my face of all things, to my face. Anyways, I got taken round to the back, and with my steel armoured boots, I'd batter the shit out of the metal door, the metal fire escape. It got dented. My boots, I could feel a dent at the tip of my boot as well. I even started to kick chunks out of the concrete step, out of the wall, everything out of pure rage. And people in the kitchen could see that I was not happy that day. And I think after then, no one would dare to annoy me. It just became really weird, because I think they all became scared that I could do that with just my boots. They'd never seen someone lose their shit before, not to that level, not at all. But I digress. My favourite boots were covered in paint, and I was not happy. I walked through to the kitchen, leaving a trail of paint, some footprints in paint all over the gaff, which I knew I had to fucking clean up. I walked round and into the staff room and started cleaning my boots off. Oh, for the love of fucking God. That really wound me up. I got most of the paint off, and I knew that when I got home I can just polish them back up to being black. I'd spend a nice 3 hours and a whole tin of polish on those. After all, they were my favourite boots. And yet again, I digress. After my boots were cleaned to the best of my ability, with the limited stuff that I had there, I noticed that a load of paint was on my trousers, but I couldn't give a fuck about them. They were my uniform. I didn't own them. I didn't give a fuck about them. They get provided by the clown, so fuck them. But it was time to go back to work and mop up all the paint that I dragged through the bloody shop floor, through the restaurant and through the kitchen. That wasn't too much of an effort to get rid of it. Just threw a load of degreaser onto the mop bucket, some hot water, and bish bash bosh, it was done and dusted. My boss, she came out to me on the shop floor 10 minutes later. Paul, she said, there's a blocked toilet in the ladies in the staff room. You have to deal with that. Well, it wasn't too bad, I suppose. It was only a fucking blocked toilet, nothing that I couldn't handle myself. So I go down into the staff room, into the staff toilets, and there we see not toilet paper down the toilet, but some stupid fat fucking cunt bitch had thrown a load of fucking kitchen towel, some hand towels, and probably God knows what. I think there might have even been a sanitary towel down there. Some fucking spoiled little brat cunt that I happened to work with had blocked the fucking toilets. For what reason, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you, other than that she must have been some fucking cunt who's just on the rag and decided they're going to take it out on the poor bastards like me, or my colleagues on my team in the foyer that has to fucking do it. They probably didn't even think about whoever had to clean it up. They just did it for the sake of fucking doing it, to get one up on the clown maybe, but that clown don't fucking clean shit. It's the dickheads who have to take his fucking money, like myself. I digress though. I got a bin bag and shoved it down the toilet and just got a handful of kitchen towel and sanitary towel and everything else. There's a handful of shit in there. Oh great, she fucking did a shit as well, and then blocked it with everything else. Great. So I pulled this bin bag out, knotted it up and threw it into the bin next to the toilet and flushed the chain. Nah, there's still blockage down there. What a fucking bitch, man. Seriously, what a fucking bitch. And we didn't have a plunger, we just got a fucking long-armed bog brush. Okay, let's get this bog brush down and just keep ramming it down there as fast as I can and hard as I can to get enough pressure to unblock the fucking toilet, to force it free. So as I'm pumping and pummeling this fucking shitty bog brush down this fucking mountain of shit that was stuck down the toilet, and flushing the toilet as well, so I got enough pressure behind me, all this poo and piss water was spraying everywhere, all over my fucking uniform, all over the walls, all over the fucking floor. It was fucking gross. Fucking tampon went flying out, for fuck's sake. What is wrong with these fucking cunts? I mean, seriously, these fucking childlike arsehole bitches who decided that, oh yes, that's gonna block the toilet on fucking purpose to stick it to Ronald. That cunt. To cut a long story short, I was soaked with piss and shit water. I wasn't happy. I was not happy. And as I walked out of the ladies' toilet, there's a queue because they wanted to use the toilet as well. 3 other girls wanted to use the toilet. I sent one of them into the men's. The other one went in there and just mind the fucking piss and shit on the walls and the floor if you need to go. Other than that, just wait for the boys. But no, she couldn't hold it. She went, and I had to come back and fucking mop it all up. Now that was a real fucking shit day. Another day that I really, really regret. All because the fucking Kung Flu. Had the Kung Flu not occurred, I would not have to deal with fucking sanitary towel and shit and piss and sanitary, every god knows what else that was flying around at me, dirtying my uniform that I didn't give a fuck about. It's just the fact that to finish off the shift covered in piss and shit water. What a fucking day. What a day indeed.